I've had this Mokeen Power Hub for about a year now, and it's worked great, but there is one problem I'm having, and it was originally a really good thing that I liked that this Acer now is solving. Now this is going to be a 9-in-1 hub that Acer went ahead and sent to me, so I just want to go ahead and compare both of these to see which one works for you. Now starting off with the Mokeen. So this is going to be a 10-in-1. We're going to have a bunch of different ports over here. Starting on the left side, we're going to have Ethernet, VGA, then we're going to have an aux port, HDMI, USB-C, USB 3.1, USB 3.1, and USB 2.0. Now this USB-C is also going to be PD, power delivery, fast charging. And now on the right side, we're going to have a micro SD card and an SD card. And so the coolest thing about this one, the main reason I bought this, was because it's actually foldable. So this is actually extremely travel friendly. I love it. I used to put it in my bag, no problem with the cables, and it worked great. But now this has become a liability for me, which I'll tell you why shortly. But the other reason I bought this for too is because I have a bunch of stuff at my desk that I go ahead and like to put. And so I like to put my mouse, and my MacBook doesn't have this port, so I just go ahead and plop it in right over here or over here. And then the same thing goes for my keyboard. So it works nice. And if I want to plug in a display, I can go ahead and do so. If I want to listen with this aux cord, I can go ahead and do so, but I really don't care for this one much. And now taking a look at the Acer 9-in-1, we're going to have very similar ports. We're going to have the VGA and the Ethernet, but here's where things start to get a little different. The three USB 3.1 ports are going to be, well, they're going to be fast charging. It's not going to be a 2.1. They're all going to be 3.1, which is great. And taking a look at the right side, we're going to have SD card, micro SD card, HDMI, and USB-C, which is also going to be PD, just like the Mokeen. The only thing it's missing is the aux cord, which I personally don't care for. Now, the biggest difference is going to be that this cable doesn't fold down, so it's just going to look kind of like most USB-C hubs, but I actually prefer this, and I'll tell you why shortly. Now, both these are going to be rectangular, but as you see here, the Acer is going to be a lot smaller. It's going to be a lot shorter. It's going to be thinner. It's going to be less wide as well too. So this one's actually pretty travel friendly as well too. You just have to go ahead and stick the cable on the side and there. And the reason I'm preferring this Acer now over my Mokeen is because of this cable. So I recently went ahead and switched my whole setup. I ended up getting this stand for my laptop just because my neck was cramping. And so with that, now it's a lot easier to go ahead and use it. My neck isn't hurting. And then I can go ahead and kind of set this up how it would regularly be. And now the big issue arose when I actually bought this stand, just because this Mokeen, although it does work, it worked well, it goes ahead and kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So I always put it on the left side over here. And the issue I didn't like is the fact that it's hovering. It's not even touching the ground. It's not even touching the desk. And so I felt like this would go ahead and hurt it. I don't want to accidentally like break the cable. So I ended up putting something on top so it goes ahead and fixes the issue. But that's only a temporary solution. It looks kind of ugly like that. And I'm not always going to go ahead and have this box here. So that's really where this Acer went ahead and came in handy, just because I can go ahead and just put it on this side and there. Now it doesn't go ahead and hang as much. I can actually lay it back a little bit more or even hide it underneath the stand. And although it's not completely flat, it's a lot better than the Mokeen, which is, again, if I remove this box, it would just go ahead and not even touch the desk, and this just doesn't look steady. So that basically goes ahead and solves the issue instead of the Mokeen having to be hung there. And so overall, I'm pretty happy with this. It works perfectly fine. And so if you have a similar situation, kind of like this, or if you just want something a little bit smaller, then this Acer would definitely go ahead and be for you. But if you don't have this issue and you just want something really, really compact with the cable and you don't want to go ahead and worry about something dangling as much as this, then the Mokeen would go ahead and be a good choice for you. So hopefully this video helped you know a little bit more about these USB-C hubs.